There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48. Built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Green Bay Packers. NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Throwing to start the drive. Rice. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
A nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
And shutting him off now open field. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give them 15 there. The Cowboys have a first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
19, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats, go!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready?
On play action. Love to throw. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And they do finally get him at the 12. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 60 yards.
Usually in this spot, you'd hear an offensive coordinator saying, don't feel like you've got to get this all back at once. But here, they give up the opening touchdown and say, no time like the present to show what we can do too. And that's big yardage on their initial play from scrimmage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Love, they go play action now. Now the pressure gets there and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Donovan Ezeraku able to record his 5th sack of the season.
19-yard line.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Red, yellow, 20.
They'll run. Here's the rookie out of Clemson. Runs through the contact. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson from 8 yards out. And the Packers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
18,
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and it's 3rd down. You look at this Packers defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Held them well under 200 yards of total offense. In today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rice. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They juked him. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Love now. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Donovan Ezeraku. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Come on, set. Black shot, black ball, set.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
So now after the field goal, Fitzgerald back out there to send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 25-yard line.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Hey, check that, check. Here we go, check. 60 Eagles, 60.
Back to throw. Rice. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
19, 18. Warriors, 70.
Looking to throw. Rice. Packer pressure, and down he goes. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Here's Daniel Whelan now. Almost out-kicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
On the double.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Set, ready. Yellow, 43.
Firing quickly out wide is Love. And he is going to have the Packers 1st down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. The Packers at 9-1 on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On the set. Here we go.
Off the play fake, Love. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. Touchdown! Matthew Gordon, 41 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. On is Fitzgerald now for the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. touchdown. This is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. 60 Vikings. 60 Vikings. 18 Rebel. 19 Lions.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The 2nd down pass. Intercepted. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
50 Green.
Now a first carry here for the running back. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
And everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond. Not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
70 Rangers. 19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
2nd and 2. Now he'll tuck this and run. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And the Cowboys first down.
Ready up.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Let's go. Cougar 19. Panther 60. Panther 60. Cup 19. Cup 19. 79 Broncos. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
Back to throw. Rice. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. 40 yards. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Cowboys 14.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Throwing. Love. That's taken in by Golden. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Hey, full fury. Ready?
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Here's Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18.
That's good for the Packers. 1st down. 1st and 10.
Love.
18-yard line.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. A final shot before break. Rice. Here's one deep for Pickens. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. This taken in right around the goal line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Ready.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and
think they'll try and help him out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24.
Ready. 6, blue, 32.
To throw now. Here's Love. Catch made by Watson on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Steel, black. Here we go. 33.
That's caught downfield. It's Golden. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Matthew Golden, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. Now a crease is, he's past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
60 Maverick.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Cougar 19.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw again. Pickens is there on the crossing route. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. George Pickens, 38 yards. And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
That's caught at the 2.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wondered maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Okay.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Ready?
Now Love. Now he's going to step up and run. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Play fake. Here's Love. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Black 40.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. Pass caught. That's Golden. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
Down. Set.
Now a handoff up the middle. Street. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Green Jack. Ready. Black Ultra. Yellow. Ready.
That's to Golden. He's got it right side. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 50. Green. Ready.
Play action this time with Love. Now he'll tuck this and run. This will be caught at about the 6. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Love looking to throw it. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. They get this out quickly to the left side. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed fourth down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
19-18.
To throw from his end zone, Rice. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
18
They'll throw again from their own end zone. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Buffalo 18.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Rice. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They give him a gain of 37. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let's go.
They'll look to throw again. Open man, right side, it's Lane. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. His 4th rushing touchdown of the year, his 5th overall. And the Cowboys go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
10 black.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Love now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
3rd and 15.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Back to throw. Rice. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
19 sight. 19. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Ready.
Back to throw now on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolf. 70 Lions.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
60 Vikings. 60 Vikings. Trap 60. Trap 60. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Go.
Looking to throw. Rice. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Yeah, offenses are always trying to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Operating from the gun. Rice. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Back to throw. Rice. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Let's go. Hot 70, hot 18, 5 here.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Savon Rebel. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go check, go check. Ready, right?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Cougar 19. Go.
Operating from the gun. Rice. That's caught by Johnson.
Rice's pass.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Ready.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Block 40.
Love fires that quickly outside. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he has a Packer first down, and that should be the one that finishes the script.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
Fitzgerald set to kick off.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. This is first and 10.
7 Pirates. Viking 18. Red. Viking 18.
Throwing to start the drive. Rice. Now it's caught downfield by Pickens. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
25 seconds to go. A must recover if they're going to have any chance. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, It was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On the ready.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Set.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Reed. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go. Blue, set.
Love. That's taken in by Golden. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has to get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
60 red. Hut.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's got Higgins complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Packers, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Commanders.
Meanwhile, for Dallas, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now on the year. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30 Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Dallas. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.